Hello, and welcome back to Boomer Baseball. It's another Blue Glove edition, and we are opening up the classics. For all who didn't grow up in the junk wax era, this is the 1991 Donruss Series 1 and 2. And in either one of these could be what they call a Donruss Elite. So let's take two of them out of circulation for all the other heroes, huh? So I opened like 7 of these, or 6 or 7 of these when I was a kid, and I didn't get anything. But that doesn't have to be the case today, so we're going to get through this. And on camera, we're going to see if we can't get something juicy. Delano DeShields Perez art right there. It's the best. Fisk. Canseco All-Star. Pretty good. We're off to a hot start. I went to the Pasadena card show this last Saturday. I couldn't go back on Sunday because I had to work. And that was a nice show. I got a lot done. I got a big stack of cards. And maybe tomorrow I'll go through those cards before I add them to my binder collection, which is my retro collection that's going to make up for all the cards I lost when I was a kid. Ooh-wee, highlights Stewart, Sandberg. Very cool. McGuire, my favorite player back in the good old days. Yeah, so the Pasadena card show just happened. It was pretty rad. A lot of good vendors. They got a lot of good stuff. Picked up some unopened, some sealed stuff. I picked up these junk wax Donruss packs. Golly. Oh well, Mr. Willie Stargell, I think we just lost you. Randy Johnson highlights. Fred McGriff. Carney Lansford, that'll play out later. I went to my parents' house recently in Arizona, and I had a Carney Lansford autographed baseball. My grandpa was a World War II veteran. He grew up, or he lived next to an old timer. And that old timer turned out to be Carney Lansford's dad. So one day my dad told me, hey, you know, Grandpa lives next to a Major League Baseball player's dad. And I said, really, who's it? And I was thinking hopefully like Wade Boggs or Don Mattingly's dad or something, right? Trammell. And, yeah, you know, it was Carney Lansford's dad. Barry Bonds Diamond King. And I thought, that's cool. I liked Mark McGuire. I liked Canseco. And my grandpa bought me a ball and a little display case, one of those little gold-based ones. Johnson. Larry Walker. Wow. Hot pack. Bonilla. And Biggio. And Lansford signed it. And he signed it. The sweet spot, it's not a Major League Baseball. It's not like a Rawlings Major League ball, but it's not like a T-ball either. I don't know what the hell it is, to tell the truth, but it's pretty nice. Ken Griffey Jr., off center. Marquise Grissom, Grace. But I just saw that and I brought it home because Carney Lansford, if you look into his early career, he was kind of a go-getter back in the early days playing for the Red Sox. He had some good years, Dawson, and Greg Jeffries. And, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then about a day or two later, I got back in town, and I was watching the Pastas live, and he did a live auction where he sells a bunch of cool stuff live. And he just happened to have a Carney Lansford rookie card, so I bought that. So I'll get that eventually and add it to the retro collection. Another Greg Jeffries. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, Kismet and whatnot. Pretty fun. There we go. I'll when I get the shipment from the Pass of the Life, I'll do a little video with my Carney Lansford ball schmaltz. Pretty cool. Just gonna buzz through this. I already have like this set. I already have all the meaningful cards. We're just gonna see if we can't pull an elite card today. And if we don't, guess what we did? We did our patriotic duty to take 2 of these duties out of circulation. so that maybe someday somebody else can pull a sweet card and have like one hell of a tale to tell. So I don't mind it. I think these were like $35 a piece at the show, or $25 a piece. I think he had 25 on them, and then I did a combino deal, and I ended up getting it for like $20 a piece, which was cool. Johnson again, Walker again. So that was fun. And I told him, I said, you know what? You buy these when you find them. It's better than a scratch off. I don't play lottery. I don't gamble. Fisk, Canseco, I don't gamble. Opening packs, I don't open modern either, because that's gambling. I don't think I bought a modern card box for like, it's been about 7 or 8 years. It's just you don't get your money back at all. Cards are rubbish. Griffey Jr., Matt Williams, Pummelholder. Pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, I had a good time at the Pasadena Card Show. Lots of good stuff. Lots of cool vendors. I got there late on Saturday. Ripken. Bijou. I got there late on Saturday, and I didn't get the Donnie Baseball. I didn't get through the whole show. I actually, I spent about $400 or $500 before I got to Midway. And I hadn't eaten since breakfast. And I gassed out, man. I had a bunch of luggage to carry. I bought these junk packs. Bo Jackson. I bought these junk boxes. Clemens. Bugs. McGuire. What a hot pack. Golly. And I bought these boxes and a bunch of singles. And I just didn't have any hands left to carry anything. There was nowhere to put your stuff. And you don't want to accidentally like put your stuff on somebody's schmaltz. You don't want to be disrespectful. And Bo Jackson again. You don't want to set your stuff up on top of somebody's like table, you know. They're paying all this money to have a table. So you don't want to take your goofy cards and obscure their stuff. I mean, that's just rude, Offerman. But Clemens. So I didn't do that. Carter. Ozzie Smith and Rigetti. How cool, man. We're hitting the heroes here. I just have all these by now. I've opened like probably 5 or 6 boxes of this since like before COVID. Excuse me, the pandemic. And Maddox. Seiko. And yeah. I've never hit an elite, but we'll see. One of these days maybe. But yeah, I ran out of time, and then I blew through like almost $500 in the time I was there. And I thought I would come back smoltz on Sunday, but alas, I had obligations. So. Oh well, it's cool, man. Leave some stuff to do later, right? Can't do it all in one day. Otherwise, just go on eBay and then max out all your finances and just be a complete douche. Moises Alou, Henderson. You know, that's the thing. You could go on eBay today and just buy everything you want. That's no fun. You know, going to a card show and filling out your binders and getting all the goodies. Jim Abbott. I just watched his, what is it called? 60 something or other, 30-minute documentary, whatever. It's ESPN. It's not 60 for 60 or whatever the hell it is. But it was about his shutout when he was with the New York Yankees. Pretty rad. George Brett. Bijou again for the 3rd time. Eric Davis, Brown, Ryan Sandberg, golly, some good stuff. But yeah, it was cool. There were some people that had some really reasonable stuff. I picked up some neat stuff. I'll show you guys shortly. Henderson again. Yeah, some really cool stuff. I'm doing my childhood binder collection again, so I picked up all sorts of goodies, like from like the early 70s all the way up to the mid 80s. Clemens, Boggs, Guire. Ooh, that was pretty good. Some good stuff. So yeah, filled in a lot of holes in my binders, so we'll do a separate video for that. Bought a nice Willie Mays card. It's super mint, but it's I'll show you. Moises Alou, Gant, Abbott again, Brett. Yeah, when they did the 1st and 2nd series, man, these sheets got short. You get a lot of redundancy. Ripken, Parker, Manley. Sweet. So we're basically cracking this for elites. I've never pulled an elite. I don't own any elites. Randy Johnson, Fielder, Clemens, Boggs, McGuire, Fernandez, Burks. Some good stuff. It'd just be fun to pull one. And if you're going to open the stuff at $20 a pop, you might as well do it on video. You know, Boggs, Alomar. Share it with the world just in case you hit it, you know? Because if you hit it, like, so I bought a couple cello packs on eBay of 84 Fleer. And they were about $15-20 a piece. Carter, Davis, Brown, Sandberg, Boggs, Alomar, golly. I offered the dude like $15 a piece or 12 or something. I ended up at about $15 a piece for 84 cello packs. And I got those going, Gwynn. And finally got them, Graydon Maddox. I got them, like Ripken. I got them on a day where I went to my local card shop and I bought a rack pack of 84 tops and a rack pack of 85 tops. For like $15 a piece. And the dude had like 85 tops for like $25 a pack in the showcase. But then he's selling me like a 3-cell rack pack for 15 bucks. Don't ask me what the math checks out to be because it doesn't. George Brett, I'm glad it doesn't because that day I opened up the 84 rack pack. I went to my P.O. box. I picked up the crap from eBay, which was the 84 cello packs, and I got Don Mattingly's rookie card in the 84 Fleer, and then I opened the rack pack and I got 84 tops Don Mattingly. My wife was sleeping. It was like 2 or 3 in the afternoon by the time I got into the shenanigans. And I literally had to shake her awake from a dead sleep and say, hey, just so you know, I pulled 2 Donnie Baseball rookie cards in the same day from 2 different products, from 2 different places. Isn't that something? And she looked at me like, what? And I said, if I didn't tell you, nobody would believe me. Because, you know, I can't go on camera and talk about it like I'm doing today without anybody telling me I'm full of shit. Pardon my French. Nolan Ryan, Martinez, Glavin. But it happened. And it was fucking rad. Pardon my French. It was really cool. You know, these are iconic cards. I didn't own either one of them as a kid. They were just too expensive. And pulling them both in one day was a bit overwhelming. It was really cool. So I have an 84 Don Mattingly. And I have an 84 Fleer Don Mattingly. That are just like pack fresh, rad. And I pulled them. The bummer is I didn't record it because it was the weekend. I was checking my mail, getting all my garbage off eBay, leaving feedback and doing the usual. And then I decided to crack them because I was just bored. McGuire. And I nailed it. Tino Martinez. But, you know, it is what it is. Not a big deal. All right, Series 2. This box is out of focus. Ooh, my gloves. Take it easy. Somebody like cellophane this thing like crazy around the original factory seal. Pardon me. All right, let's get some of these out of the way. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was probably the coolest thing. I have the only other card I've ever hit in my whole life that was rad was when I was a kid. I lived in Little Rock, California, and I went to Lancaster, California, and there was a baseball card shop in the mid-'80s. And I bought myself, for my birthday, I begged my mom for a rack pack. And I was hoping to get something close to like 68, 69. Because they had like 1968, 69 tops rack packs. The real ones. And I don't know if they were like holiday packs or whatever they were. But they were real. And I ended up buying 76 because it was like 30 bucks. Which was ridiculous money. And I got... Willie Randolph's rookie card. And I think I got Vita Blue traded or something. And that was it. And back then, Dragbeck. It was an expensive rack pack, Ben. Sandberg. It was like super expensive. My mom was like, that's it. That's your birthday money, man. And I was cool about it. I was super cool about it. It was amazing to own those cards at that time. And same card shop. I used to buy 1983 Topps baseball wax packs for $5 a piece because everybody was chasing the Ryan Sandberg, the Tony Gwynn, and the Wade Boggs. And I opened a metric ton of that stuff, and I kept, my mom kept wondering where I was getting the money, Knobloch, where I was getting the money, and I didn't want to admit I was saving my lunch money and just buying packs every time we went to town. So I'd accrue like, 10, 15, $20 and buy like 2 or 3 packs. So she was kind of shocked, Strawberry. But, when you're a kid, you do what you do. And she was kind of embarrassed because that means I'm like grubbing off of other people like a poor kid, My parents were giving me like $3 a day or something for lunch because I refused to take a sack lunch, Palmero, because I was a belligerent. George Brett, Bo Jackson. Was there a Bo Jackson in the first series? Am I tripping? Sheffield, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I was getting like $3 a day. And I was like saving like $1 to $2 to $3 a day. So at the end of the month, man, I had a pile of cash, Gonzalez. And so we went to that card shop, or we went to Lancaster, or went anywhere near it. I'd say, hey, can you take me there? And sometimes my mom would say, well, you got like $5 allowance or something. And then I'd bust out a wad of cash, and she'd recognize those are the ones that she gave me for lunch, Larkin. And she was embarrassed because she didn't want people to think that I was like, not getting money or a sack lunch. And I told her, don't worry about it. I eat food off of other people's lunch, and they don't care. The stuff they don't need, I eat. Dave Justice, Biggio, Puckett, Fernando Valenzuela, Strawberry again. Yeah. So, when you're a kid, you do what you gotta do. It's just how it is. Bollerid. Dawson. Yeah, these are hideous cards, by the way. These are really ugly. I have Series 1. I don't have any Series 2, to tell you the truth. These green ones, I don't have any of these. So they're going to go right into my binder collection. Willie McGee. So I started a binder collection that's ridiculous. Just a little bit of information. If you buy sheets, what is it? Shoot, what's the main company? They make like a silver and a platinum sheet, right? Well, don't believe the hype. The silver sheets are not as good as the platinum sheets. Dawson. The Larkin, Morris, Lee, Martinez. The platinum sheets are firmer and they're more rigid and they hold the cards better. The silver sheets are rubbish. So if you're somebody who's putting together binders, ooh, yeah, baby. Frank Thomas, thank you. Knobloch, Gant, Palmero. Yeah, the silver sheets are not the same as the platinum, so that's how I got into a pickle when I started my binder collection. I was out of sheets. I went to another different like little hole in the wall card store, Joiner, and what the hell is this? Dr. Dirt and Mr. Clean. That's true. Lenny Dykstra was like a bit of a weirdo, and then Dale Murphy seems like he kept his nose clean, Canseco, Henderson, and Clemens, Martinez, King Griffey Sr., Dave Justice. Whoa, baby. What a pack. But I went to this card shop and I was looking for sleeves, nine pocket card sleeves. And I asked them if they had it. They said, yes, we do. And I saw the box and I noticed it wasn't the black box. I said, silver? I said, is it the same thing? And he said, oh, yeah, it's the same thing. It cost the same. It was $25 for 100 sheets. So I bought it, brought it home, started curating my cards, and guess what? It sucks. I'm going to upgrade all those sheets. So I got about 200 or 300 sheets of the silver to swap out. Sierra, which sucks. I mean, binders in general are just a waste of time. Sandy Alomar. Roberto Kelly, MVP, Binders, they take up too much space. They're not really that functional. I mean, there's a lot of downside with the binder, but I wanted to try to like recreate my spit all over the damn frig times. I think I spittled on it, but I wanted to try to rebuild my collection, so I started into it. But it's a slippery road, man. You do know. Oh, there's one to replace the one I spit all over. Cool. Brady Anderson. Look at this. We get it, bro. We get it. Look at this. That's a stupid card. All right. Anyway, Palmero. Yeah. So, platinum are superior to silver. Don't believe the hype. And they're practically the same price point, so it's just stupid to get the other one. Just hold out. Order it, Brett. Bo Jackson again? Yeah, just order it, you know. Don't get those silver ones. They're terribly limp and shitty. Boy, this is a blue video. This is the most I've ever used profanity. It's one of those raw days, I guess. I'm gonna mark this one as not for children. A lot of my videos are marked for children. Murray, Griffey, because I don't swear or use weird words or talk about stupid stuff. I guess I'm a bit punchy today. A bit sassy. A bit spicy. But you know what? That's okay. Delano Shields, Sandberg. Noise. Yeah. But pretty good show. I mean, I only know half of it. I spent half the show struggling around with all my junk. I tell you what, if you go to one of these shows, man, don't just bring like a fanny pack or something stupid. Bring a whole backpack where you can put crap. Because I ran out of room quick. And it's hard to search through singles for your PC when you got like a bunch of trash in your hands plus bags. People look at you like you're going to steal their show. It's like, dude, I never stole nothing in my life. Dave Justice, Fryman, Reigns. Yeah. But, you know, they got to watch out for all the dumbasses out there stealing stuff. So they look at you sideways like you're up to no good. It's understandable. I had some good conversations, though. Co9, that's nice. It was a good show. It was fun. As much as I saw, I liked Nolan Ryan. I wish there was more junk wax, but again, I can't judge because I didn't make it through the hall. Dave Justice again. Oh well. Maybe next time get there earlier, huh? Cal Ripken? I didn't get there till way later. I got a late start. Late start. $15 admission though, that's pretty rough. It was like a 2-hour window, 2.5-hour window once I got there. Kind of shitty. Pardon my French. All right. Let's see what else we got. Ripken? Nope. Okay. Well, you know, we're all hoping for like a Nolan Ryan or Ryan Sandberg sign card, but bro, those are few and far between. I talked to the guy that was selling these, and I said, man, you have, how many you got of those? He said, I have 2. I have 1 Series 1, 1 Series 2. And I said, what are the odds there's anything good in there? And he said, probably none. But I said, it's worth looking, right? Because there's a chance. He said, there's probably like a 0.001% chance there's an elite in one of these. And I looked at him and I said, so you're telling me there's a chance? And I bought him. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Canseco, Henderson. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't mind it. I do not mind it. And it's kind of a civic duty as another wax pack breaker to another, you know. I opened up 2. That's 2 off the market, you know. 2 down, like $500 million to go. But, you know, every little bit helps. Taking them out of circulation. All right, let's see what we got. David Wells, yeah. Burning through it. Edgar Martinez right there at the end. We'll skip to the chase. It's all about chase on this stuff. Murray. Nobody cares about anything other than Dave Justice. No. People want to see some elite cards. But if it ain't got the elite, it can't compete. Just get through it. If they don't fit, you got to quit. Ryan Sandberg. All right. 4 to go. Let's see what we got. Murray. Harold Banis. Harold the Banis. All right. Murray again. Oh, okay. Sandberg. All right. 2 to go. Well, thanks for hanging out. It was a quick video. Silly business, but you know, you never know. Could have been good. Clemens. Could have a miracle. Ruben Sierra. But you know what, guys? The chances are thin and none. Oh, Barry Bonds at the end. That's the first Bonds we've seen. It's cool. All right, last pack. Let's check it out. What do we got? Clemens again. That's it, man. That's how the ball bounces. That's how the dice rolls and whatnot. Thank you for joining me. And we cracked through some of this illicit product that doesn't guarantee you anything on any level, but it's fun to try. All right, check you next time.